Good afternoon all. Today's topic is protection. An objective of this video is to discuss the goals and principles of protection in a modern computer system and explain how protection domains combined with an access matrix are used to specify the resources of a process may access and examine the capability and language-based protection systems. So goals of protection is like a operating system consists of collection of objects. This object can be hardware or software, and each object has their own unique names, and that can be accessed through a well-defined set of operations. And here the main problem is ensure the protection. So protection problem is the main thing, ensuring that each object is accessed correctly and only by those processes that are allowed to do so. And the guiding principle is principle of least privilege. Programs, users and systems should be given just enough privileges to perform their task. And next topic is domain structure. First of all, what is access right? Access right is a subset of all valid operation that can be performed on the object. See here object O3. This is the access right. So on object O3 you can go for read and write operation. Object O2 you can do only execute. So this is access right. And next one is domain. Domain is set of access right. So here three access right are there, and these three set of access right is known as one domain. So here total three domains are there, D1, D2, D3. And see here this object O4 access right is print. That is both D2 and D3 have access right print on object O4. And next topic is access matrix. And access matrix is how we are going to view a protection as a matrix. And each row represent a domain, each column represent a object. Here this is the example. Each row represent a domain, each column represent a object. Here see domain D1 can read object F1, domain D3 can execute object F3, domain D2 can print object printer, domain D4 can read write object F1. That is access matrix. How we are going to view your protection as a matrix. And use of access matrix. If a process in domain Di tries to do OP on object OJ, then OP must be in the access matrix. See here, if D1 wanted to read an F1, this OP means this read should be here, right? See here, D1 cannot do anything on F2 because here the cell is empty, and can be extended to dynamic protection operations to add or delete access right kind. So this is example. Here see you have read star mark, right? That indicate this access right on D2 can copy to any other domain. So this is the result. So access right on D2 is read that can be copied to D3. And the next one is implementation of access matrix. There are different methods to implement access matrix. First one is the global table. Global table is here consists of set of ordered triples, domain, object and write set. Whenever an operation M is executed on an object O within domain D, you have to search the global table for the triples. If it is there, that access operation is allowed, otherwise no. Second one is access list. Here also ordered pair of domain and right set, which define all domains with the non-empty set of access right for that object. This approach can be extended easily to define list plus a default set of access right. When operation M on an object O is attended in domain DJ, first you have to search the access list. If it is there, that operation is allowed, otherwise no. And next topic is capability list for domains. That is the next method of access matrix implementation. Here an object is often represented by its physical name or address called capability, and to execute operation M on object O, the process execute the operation M specify the capability for object O as a parameter. Simple processing of the capability means that access is allowed. Next topic is access control. Protection can be applied to non-file resources. Solaris 10 provide a role-based access control to implement least privilege. Privilege, we know what is that, right? That is the right to execute system call or use an option within the system call. Can be assigned to a process. Users assign roles granting access to privileges and programs. And next topic is revocation of access right. Sometimes you wanted to delete the access right from the domain, right? So there are different mechanisms. First one is reacquisition. Reacquisition is periodically capabilities are deleted from each domain. And second one is back pointers. Back pointers is like a list of pointer is maintained with each object pointing to all capabilities associated with that object. When revocation is required, we can follow these pointers, changing the capabilities as necessarily. And next topic is capability based systems. The two examples are Hydra and Cambridge Cap system. Hydra has fixed set of access right known to and interpreted by the system, and interpretation of user defined rights performed solely by user program. System provide access protection for use of this right. And next one is Cambridge Cap system. That is data capability provides standard read write execute of individual storage segments associated with object. And software capabilities like a interpretation left to the subsystem through its protection procedures. Hope all of you understood this topic. Thank you all.